it going, boys? Xilio here, bringing you guys some more 1v1 ranked action, because of course I am. Yeah, cast a couple games before I go to my online school, where I'm definitely not gonna just fuck around and playing more video games instead of listening to the lecturer. I'm not gonna do that at all. So let's break this down. All right, this is me versus Wild Rye Pie. Cool name, very fun to say. He is playing 27th, which is pretty damn strong now. Excuse me. And I am playing Format, which is even stronger, I think. And, well, we can get into it and just break it down a little bit here. Okay. So, breaking down my deployment, specifically me, going to my POV. So, I got FS Jaeger, FS Metis, Sprogentosher, and FS Jaeger, FS Metis, Sprogentosher. All of my PT-76Bs, 2 triple vet, or double vet, I suppose now, BMP. Why are they vetted up that high? So that way, hopefully, they'd have 50% accuracy and do something with their Malyukas. And then a bunch of T-55s A's over here. And, of course, a supply truck, because supply is the lifeblood of this game. One FS Jaeger over here just to, I don't know, sit there, observe. But as you can tell, the forefront of my assault is going to be over here. I have a really bad case of the hiccups. I'm sorry, boys. But yeah, the forefront of my assault's going to be straight down the middle with my light tank spam. And it's going to be flanked by very, very strong groups of infantry. With the FS Jaeger, FS Metis, and then the FS Sprogentosher. They're all, like I said, very strong. All of them are special forces. All of them are assault. This one is a anti-infantry one. This one is anti-vehicle. This one is short-range anti-vehicle. But both of the ones that I said are anti-vehicle are also anti-infantry because of their traits. Extremely strong units they are. Go ahead and hide the panel and just leave it at ×2 speed. I'm just gonna guess I'll break it down from my perspective. Vezvedka BMP2, extremely strong unit it is, especially whenever it's vetted up, but gets caught out in the open here by my guys. FS Metis just dropped right there, in case I wanted to get some Metis shots on anybody in there. And the Sprogentosher does what it's supposed to do. Brings out a T8M. I don't think was necessarily the smartest decision he could have made. But my light tank spam is going to get through over here. And as you see, there's a T80BV over here. He expected me to rush over here, but I did not. He even said so. He was like, damn it, I thought you were going to attack over here. And that's a mentality that is kind of wrong. You kind of don't want to predict what your opponent's going to be doing. You kind of want to, like, the winning mentality is to say, I'm going to do this, and he's not going to stop me. Or what's he going to do to stop me? And then try to predict what he's going to do to stop you. But you want to be the one who's making the moves and making the decisions, you know? Because whenever you're forced into reactive scenarios, you can do dumb stuff, like buy that T8M. Which would be a smart decision if he had more things over here that could actually give it line of sight to do anything at all. TDBVs right here. Try to get my off glare over there. My really strong infantry got tore up by the BV and the BMP2. T55A and PT76 are going to start engaging this T80BV. You can imagine how that's going to go. It's not going to go very well. But they are doing some suppression nonetheless. Then right here, this is the best moment of the game. Mig-23 BN. This is the one with the rockets. If you're wondering how it performs, it's kind of shit. If you're wondering how the T-55 leader performs, it's pretty good. Blew the fucking top off that boy, man. Shit. That's pretty dope. But he was able to cap the zone again behind me, so the tick's going to be in his advantage for a little bit, and then it's going to even out. And I really need to get my my leaders back out here to be able to take advantage of the situation I've created for myself. PT-76s just ran around the flank over here, and well, ultimately they're going to be useless because they intercept something that's capable of intercepting them. One dead. You dead. Rip. Rest in peace. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on high pressure, high aggro type of game right here. And over here I'm gonna start opening up this front as well. Yep. Waiting for my BMP leaders to come in. There's a MiG out, because I am using my air units. Good call from him. T-17 rocket. Probably would have killed that if it didn't get intercepted by my 2 Cubs. T-55 is going to be trying to engage this T-80BV. It keeps on reversing and then poking out, though. And I can never... Wait, I might get a shot off here. Ooh, damn! That was mean. That was pretty mean. I didn't even notice that while we were playing the game. My 24K, I need to take that out because I want my infantry to stay hidden over here, and I wanna possess a recon advantage on top of him, so that way when my T-55 AM2Bs come out here, I can just shell his shit with my my missiles, my ATGMs. Mig-29 does get a hit. A lot of very, very, very particular macro here is happening to ensure that my Mig-29 doesn't get hit before I can go in for the strafing room on the Mi-24K. Once again, he has 27, so he does have really good AA. But the AA is highly expensive. And he only has one Strela 10 M3 as a result. As a result of the AA being so expensive as it is, I mean, a lot of people who play this division don't even end up deploying that much AA in the first place. So it's a really funny type of ironic situation that happens whenever you play this division, because you want to use your really good AA, but it's too expensive. And if you try to use it in decent numbers, what ends up happening is you have nothing else on the ground. So you're kind of forced to just like undersaturate your AA and hope that it overperforms. My MiG-29 didn't kill that. I'm going with MiG-23B and AT because I realize it's useless for anything else except for strafing with guns and finishing off wounded helicopters. I mean, you would think that like the accuracy gets buffed up a lot on these missiles whenever it goes in to shoot off its rockets, but it doesn't seem to do that consistently enough to be a worthwhile tactic or a worthwhile unit with that tactic. But that's that. I wonder if you guys can see that, or if I have my streamer mode on. Oh, you guys can't see that. It's a damn shame. Anyways. So, everything's starting to stabilize, and the front line has been pushed back to here. I did that successfully, which is pretty difficult to do on this map, to push somebody completely out of the center zone. I don't get to kill that because my missile missed, but this guy will come in and finish it off, thankfully. Over here, I tried to run my Pioneer up onto the Spetsvedka. Spetsvedka ended up routing it, however. And right here, T-55 AM2s are doing what I wanted them to do, which is to just shell tanks with missiles. Get them really suppressed. And, yep, that's not useful against things in forest. I did end up trading out the Mig-23 AT for the Mig-23 cluster instead. Cluster just seems to be better than AT missiles at certain levels. But I will say that missiles are better than clusters at higher levels, because higher level players are just going to dodge your clusters. Lower level players may not. So, when deciding between AT missiles or cluster bombers, you kind of have to take into consideration, like, who are you designing this deck to play against? Mig-23 napalm. Very good napalm strike right there. See, once again, AT plane just fails where a cluster bomber would have succeeded. One of my T-55s is gone already. These BMP-1s are upvetted one time to 45% accuracy. As a result, they still will be missing their Malyukas, because the Malyuka sucks. But, say la vie, and what else not? I'm just, awaiting reinforcements. I'm not taking the... You notice I'm not retreating, I'm not taking the pressure off of him, but he keeps on spamming out these T-80 BVs, which is an idea, but since they're not all, grouped up in one cohesive force, their power is going to be, very much limited. Very much limited, so... I have a seed plane out, because I figured he'd probably have brought out a Tor by now. I was right. I don't think I killed it, did I? Yeah, I did kill it. But now he's going to be microing his Tor, so... It may be difficult for me to kill another one at this given moment. Matsushin are pretty good. They're definitely better than Motostrelki, because they get the Resolute trait, and they have 2 LMGs instead of just 1. T-55, AM2B, shelling this T-80BV with its missile. Missed that time, which is a shame. But so is the T-80BV, because its cohesion is low. And since I have the seed plane still out and about, and still has 1 missile, I'm just going to do a little helo-cav charge right here, just to try to wipe up some of the infantry that I saw slip in between the cracks over here. He's going to come in, try to kill one of my helos. He's not going to get it. I have a very well saturated AA defense on top of my fighters. And it's basically going to be the hammer and the nail right there. There is another really good movement moment that's about to happen that I'd like to highlight. I go ahead and put it into neutral for this moment. Even more helos coming out, because this is one of the strengths of Format, is that your helos are really cheap in activation points, so why not try to get a helo blob in your deck. BMP One Piece, disappointing me. Very much so. Tor can't shoot fast enough to deal with 4 helos at once. Napalm Bomber comes in for this blob of shit over here. Lands in a good position. Now, Napalm Bombers are pretty good because they do very decent damage to the T-80s and other armored units over time. As you'll see here, Napalm did kill that. And over here, my little Helo cavalry platoon is doing good work alongside my T-55s and my BMP-1s. Even though I don't think anything's died, but I do get the route, so that's pretty cool for me. Hopefully, I'll be able to route more things. And Napalm is still here. It feels as if the Napalm has definitely been buffed. I don't know, though. I didn't really read the patch notes very well. At all. So. But Napalm does seem to be performing quite well. C-17. Rocket coming out. Going after my helos. He'll get one. Then my cubs are going to reach out and touch him from across the map. Like this. Like that. The napalm is finally starting to sizzle out. Or fizzle out, I suppose. But it seems like it's definitely lasting a long time now. This T-80BV is still routed. He brings them in on the lowest veterancy, which I do not recommend at all, because you become susceptible to exactly what I did in this scenario, which is just shelling him with ATGMs and making him route. Over here, my little incursion into the town is failing, but I'm just trying to put more pressure on him, make it seem like it's more hopeless than it really is. I got the dub. Good game to Wild Rye Pie. It was very close, very fun, and hopefully it's been very entertaining for you all to watch. Now, we'll go ahead and watch another one, because why not? I played 2 games today, I should show you guys 2 games today. I have to close the special viewer because that one was before the patch this morning. Not the big patch, but the small hotfix patch. So I had to be in a special viewer. But go back to the normal view, I suppose. Here we are. I am disconnected. That's okay. There we go. This was a pretty fun one too. So 11E versus Formodo playing against Call It Karma, who definitely has some bright ideas and is a pretty decent player. 11E is super annoying right now from what I've been told, but I don't know because I've only been playing Formot. So Formot has a pretty good matchup against 11E. I actually believe that Formot counters them pretty much perfectly. So, okay, we'll get into breaking down my deployment here. So, a lot of my really good infantry into the middle. Then over here, I have 2 Recon BMP-1s with their off glares and a whole light tank platoon. There is 1 Milan 2 in there. Gonna annoy me, but it's not gonna be enough to stop me. And in the middle, you see just running up onto stuff with my Frogentoscher and my Fallschirmjäger because I get special forces, and I don't think any of his units actually get special forces except for like the Paris SAS, but I didn't see him using them at all. Mig-23 HE. I don't think it has a great spread, the Mig-23 HE, or very good saturation. I mean, against units out in the open or in tree cover, it should be good. But against units in buildings, if it's not like one of those 2-man teams like we just saw, it's probably not going to kill the unit in the building or even do much damage to it, as you'll see later. But bringing out the MiG-29s to strafe the Gazelle cannons was a good decision. Maybe some of you would have thought, hey, let's just call out a manpad to get rid of the Gazelle cannons. But whenever you think about it synergizing with him trying to bring out bombers and bomber spam you, MiG-29s are definitely the way to go. In situations like that, where you want to kill like just annoying helos, but you don't think it's worth buying a plane for, consider whether or not the person's going to try to bomber spam you. And in that scenario, it'd probably be very worthwhile to bring out your ASF, because later on you could just use it to fight the bombers that are going to come inevitably. And the bombers are inevitable whenever you're playing against 11E as well. You will see bombers. Over here, my light tanks have gotten all the way up here because all he had to stop me was that Milan and a little recon unit over here. He does have air mobiles over there, and that bomber spam is going hard. I don't know what's up with these air mobiles. I don't know why they're shooting back. I feel like he had a lot of his units on hold fire for some reason. I don't know. It must have been some sort of glitch, but it happened with a lot of the units. My off glare versus air mobiles in the building. Not too good. But this is what I'm talking about right here, where I think that the MiG-23 is not going to be very good against units and buildings, because this guy's already super damaged, and he takes no damage from that MiG-23, actually. The spread entirely missed the building he was in. Hit right here, here, and then one way behind, and none of it actually hit the building, which is a damn shame, but it still has utility despite that. So I wouldn't say don't take it don't take it because of that. I say take it despite that, because it has more utility than just not being able to do that. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but I'm trying my best. So stay with me. What happened to my music? Where's the music gone? Why is it down? Yep, my T-55 is still on the way. He knows this, so he's gonna try to be smart and just go above them. But the NVST Or the Dishka does a lot of damage to helos, so it's not gonna make it. Neither is that one. Effectively cutting off all his reinforcements, despite him trying to vertically circumnavigate that. Over here, not paying attention. Fall right into an ambush. Kills 2 units. Not good. Very sad. That's okay. Starting to build up my little helo platoon right here for cavalry charge of sorts, I suppose. And over here, I'm gonna spread my little tentacles throughout his zone and take it from him. Oh yeah, in the middle there was not much resistance either, aside from the few pockets of infantry that I killed earlier. He actually didn't replace that infantry that got killed like at all. Mig-23 napalm's gonna come down. We'll kill that unit. Very nice for me. Coming back over here. Hold control, left click on Saggies is definitely going to work for him. I wish I had some Fallschirmjäger Metis or something like that in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to cut my losses and get back into a more favorable defensive position. However, he smells the blood in the water. So he's going to be able to stop me before I get back into the better position. Claire's over here just to scout out and make sure I'm not going to put the CV in the zone. I am going to put the CV in the zone, especially since he wasted his LGB bomber on an infantry unit. I'm going to be able to just go up into there, and I will. Over here, I am continuing my assault, as supported by these guys. Celtic comes out, I just land my helo. Over here, I have more helos, and this is how I'm going to try to wipe up his Saggies. The Saggies are very, very precious to him. 11th E. They only get a limited number of Saggies, and while they are cheap, they're not necessarily spammable outside of the very early game. And attrition on your Saggies is not something you want to have. 11E is a very attrition-prone division in general. If they take their infantry on any type of veterancy, the infantry numbers are going to be very limited, and they're not really going to be able to make it past like 25, 30 minutes if you're killing them reliably. Same thing with the Saggies. The Saggies can all be gone in like 10 minutes. So I feel like 11E is a very high-level division because it is so susceptible to attrition. That's crazy how it evac'd that way. I've never seen anything evac that way. But yeah, that was that game as well. GG, well played to both of my opponents, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, drop a comment, and yeah, bye.